Elsa? Hi guys, and welcome back to my story. If you didn't know, I am Harley Nouveau, and the purpose of this channel is to document my journey towards my North Star while hopefully helping you along the way. So if that sounds like somewhere you'd like to be, then please feel free to subscribe and add your name to the storybook that is my life. If you're watching this video now, like as of right now, it just dropped, then I'm currently on a cruise ship somewhere in the Atlantic Ocean. So excited for her. I'm probably having a great time. I hope you're having a great time, Harley. But because I am benevolent and kind, I'm trying my hardest to make sure that you have something to watch during the week of which I will be gone. As I'm sure everyone who has the most minute amount of info about me knows, I am like single white female obsessed with fairy tales. I'm a bit cliche in that when Frozen came out, I was so into it. And I think it was because, not that I'm saying that Elsa's a lesbian, but Elsa's a lesbian. There was a level of relatability for me when it came to Elsa because, you know, she had this gift that she was born with, that she struggled with, that nobody really accepted and understood, and she struggled to suppress that. Eventually, it just kind of overcame her and she ran off, and through the power of love and family, they were able to overcome that gift and any type of trials and tribulations that came their way. That was the first movie. I'm not going to recap the second movie for you because it's relatively recent, but I will recap this. As I'm sure also you guys know, Colourpop is one of my favorite cosmetic companies, and they, like a month or two ago, came out with a Elsa and Anna collection for Frozen 2. So in today's chapter of my story, we're going to be reviewing the Frozen 2 Anna collection from Colourpop.
Inspired by the free-spirited princess, get the full Anna collection that includes the Anna palette, Luxe lipstick, ultra glossy lip, and glitterly obsessed gel.
This retails for $38, and I actually really do love the container that it comes in because, like, from far away, it kind of almost looks like it could be a storybook or a fairy tale book, which, as you know, is something I enjoy, and it's why I like storybook cosmetics, because I like having multifunctional cosmetic items so that they're not just shoved in a drawer somewhere. I also really kind of like this pale lavender lilac color. On the back it does, as you saw, show you what items come with it. Also, I think tells you their name. Yeah, it does. It comes with these ribbons so that you can tie this up and make sure it's closed so that no one can get into it, and probably just display it that way, to be honest with you. As previously mentioned, it does come with 4 items: the Anna palette, the ultra gloss, the Luxe lipstick, and the glitterly obsessed gel. I'm gonna go and order through these and talk to you about how I feel about them, and as always, in the corner you will see a video of me applying it, so I'm not just talking out my ass. First up, if you couldn't tell, is the Anna eyeshadow palette, and according to the website,
make this palette your right-hand woman. The warm tone Anna palette features 9 rich shades in matte, metallic, and pressed glitter finishes.
also, real quick, I'm gonna repeat this again when I do the Elsa video. According to the website, these are all limited edition items. I don't know if this is going to be a scenario like it's limited edition, but it ends up being sold for years to come. But hopefully it's not, because I don't know if they sell it anymore, to be honest with you. But if they do, and you like it, you know, get it. As you can see, and as I just said again, this does come with 9 different shadows. There's 1 pressed glitter, and then there are 3 metallics, and the rest are matte. Although this one right here, you can tell has a little bit of reflect in it. And I guess it would be most equivalent to the Tati Beauty sequin shades, where it's like a matte with a very tiny hint of shimmer, but when you put it on, it just kind of looks like, you know, matte. In order, those shades are Scooch In, a white gold with a pink flip, Wind, a warm yellow brown, Earth, a true yellow gold, Adventure, a red plum, Arendelle, a gold glitter with flecks of copper, Autumn Breeze, which is a deep mulberry, Warm Hugs, dusty mauve with gold flecks, Fearless, a deep terracotta, and Charades, a deep red brown. So when I was looking at the 2 different collections, I actually thought that this one was going to be my least favorite, only because to me, the color story is kind of bland, and the 2 colors that really do stick out to me, I think, if I'm correct, and you'll see when I get to that, are kind of present in the Elsa palette, but it does add a little bit of variety to what you can achieve. So it's not just all gonna be a warm smoky eye or a warm glitter eye or a warm gold eye. When it comes to how they perform, as always, I find Colourpop shadows like rather consistent. So it's not really an issue of whether the formula is gonna suck or not. Problem I've had with some of the palettes where the color looks different in the pan than it does on you, I didn't really encounter that here. I feel like all of these colors really were true to pan, with the tiny exception of Scooch In, which I have on my inner corner along with some glitter, and it kind of comes off like it's just gonna be kind of a maybe slight champagne-y white, but it has a little bit of like a purpley and gold reflect to it, which I thought was really interesting. Unfortunately, as you saw, it does kind of have very sheer coverage, and I think that is a little bit of an issue. I also have that on as a highlight, but as we just said, it's not the most blinding. When it comes to my favorites in this palette, I actually really love the way that the gold performed. I think it's one of my favorite gold shadows I've ever used, and I have that right here. I also really enjoy Charades because it says it's a deep red brown, but it almost runs a little bit of plum color when you put it on. And in this eye look I have on today, I have every single color in here with the exception of Autumn Breeze, just because, I mean, I guess I could have included it, but I tried to have as much as possible on my face for you guys so that you could see the most, only because I don't have any footage of other looks that I used to throw up here. I just have this one. Sorry. As always, and I know that this is a bit of a controversial topic, there is a pressed glitter in this one, and glitter is very wasteful. I will grant that. I wish that they didn't include it, but I do think that the glitter is needed to break up the monotony of the palette. I actually did not use the glitter today though, only because when I do my Elsa look, I plan on using glitter pretty heavily in that one, and I want to differentiate the two as much as possible. Individually, this palette is $15, and I do think that if the color story is something that you're into, there's a good variety here, and it performs really well, so this is definitely a happily ever after for me. Next up, we're going to talk about the Glitterly Obsessed Waterfall. If you don't know what these are, they are essentially body glitters. They come in like a gel form, and they're pretty cute actually. They look like this. If you're somebody that's like into raving or something, if people still do that, I guess that'd be really great for you. You could also put it on your cheek, you could put it on your lips, which if you saw my Bretman Rock collection review that I did with my best friend where we did like a makeup battle. Oh my God. You'll see us use those products, so check it out if you want some ideas. I really only use this the tiniest bit on my inner corner of my eyes, which is not considered a safe move. Both this and the pressed glitter from the eyeshadow palette are not eye safe according to the FDA, so yeah, don't use it at your own risk. I only have like one Glitterly Obsessed right now, which is like a blue, so this adds a little bit of fun. You could also put this in your hair if you wanted, but I'm not gonna do that. What is there really to say about this? It's a glitter, it's a body gel, it looks nice, feels relatively nice, and at $9, it's pretty affordable, so I would say this is a happily ever after as well. I really don't want to give the impression that I only ever review like Colourpop as positive, because I think there are some that I didn't, but I don't want to say I'm not super critical because that sounds bad. When it comes to makeup, there are some staples that I look for, and to me, I find them not only affordable, but they have pretty high quality stuff. And the stuff that even isn't the highest quality is still kind of things that I like and I'm able to look past. So if you watch my reviews of Colourpop and you're always like, damn, like, is there ever going to be anything you don't enjoy? I can't do anything about it, I'm sorry. Next up is Going North, and this is described as a cream chestnut color. I don't really know what chestnut looks like, to be honest with you. Love the component also, real quick. But yeah, the color's nice. I actually really like it more than I thought I would. I'm not the biggest fan of brown lipsticks, but I think that this borders on like orangey red enough that I can get into it. Now, this also retails for $9 like the other lipsticks. When it comes to Colourpop Luxe lipsticks, it's very hit or miss for the formula. For instance, I know that Teresa is Dead hates the Luxe lipstick formula. I actually consider it my favorite lipstick formula of any lipstick that I've tried so far, only because it's a very nice balance between firm but also creamy, so it's not overly soft and it's not overly hard. I think it's really in the middle. The color payoff, as you can see, like, isn't the most smooth. I do think you have to work it in a little bit on your lips. It's not like one swipe and you're done unless you press down really hard. Unless I ever really encounter one that's just formulated so differently from the rest, or a color that's just horrible, this is a happily ever after as well. I really did enjoy this one, surprisingly. This is the Free Spirit Ultra Glossy Lip, and I just tricked you guys because I'm gonna be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of the Colourpop lip gloss formula or the lip gloss applicator because it's like a freaking brush. Here's what it looks like. It is a peachy apricot color according to the website, but to me it just looks more like caramel. My problem with the Ultra Glossy lips, they're very sticky, and not like in a great way like the Kylie lip glosses. They're sticky in a way that never goes away. It always stays sticky and it never like stays put while being sticky. So I found that when I use it, and you might be able to see it starting a little bit, you get a little bit of, as Sophia Nygaard calls it, butthole lip. It starts to like coagulate along the waterline of your mouth, and I really don't enjoy that. I also feel like this lip gloss it's not really that glossy, and the color payoff is not really that great. It looks nice on the hand, but when you put it on your lips with no product, you can hardly really tell there's a tint to it at all, and as I said, the gloss doesn't really show through. So for $8, I'm not really somebody that would recommend this product. I feel like you can get very good glosses from other affordable brands like NYX, even Revlon, Rimmel. They all have pretty decent glosses for the same, if not cheaper of a price, and they don't cause the butthole lip issues. I think that by itself, the Free Spirit lip gloss is a happily never after. And that's all the components. I bet you're shocked I got through that so fast, aren't you? I'm trying to not have my videos be as long whenever there's not a lot of tutorial happening, because I really don't like this whole trend I got going where all my videos are 30 minutes. I feel like that's not something people really want, unless it's exciting, and watching me put on the same 4 products for 30 minutes, not very exciting. Anyway, overall, I would say that the Frozen 2 Anna collection from Colourpop is a happily ever after. 3 of the 4 products to me were really good hits. 1 product was a bit iffy, but you don't have to use that in conjunction with the rest of these. If this is something that you find yourself into and they do have it available near you or online still, I would say get it. $38 is not that bad for these 4 products. And especially if you just want to dip your toes into something, I always recommend getting kits over individual items when it comes to beauty and skincare. As far as the look today, how do you guys feel about it? I actually really enjoyed the way it came out. I say that a lot. I did, I don't know if you can tell, but she has like blush and freckles. Her blush is a lot heavier than mine, but I tried to like channel that essence while still keeping it a little bit dramatic and extra, because I'm dramatic and extra. I don't know if you can tell also, but I tried cream contouring today underneath everything. Does it look different? I feel like on camera my makeup looks really nice. In person, also really nice. I'm excited to try that out in the future. And again, if you ever want to see a tutorial of any of these looks, including this one, just let me know and I'd be happy to do that for you. But yeah, overall, my arm is a mess. But overall, I didn't have any overwhelming issues with it. I think everything performed nicely. Everything looked really great. And I can't wait to see how the Elsa one turns out, because that was the one I was most excited for. But with all of that being said, that is all that is written in today's chapter of my story. As always, I am Harley Nouveau, and I wish each of you every happiness until our stars next align. God, getting this off is going to be a nightmare.